Alright, what I want to cover this time is to look at landscape, how to put that stuff in some of these landscape pieces of furniture. So to do that, I'm just going to go over here. You want to go ahead and under massing and site, I want you to grab a site component. And in here you're going to see a series of trees that you have to choose from. So let's see, these that I'm placing in here, I'll select them. It looks like I'm going deciduous, American beech, 20 feet. Okay. So let's just go ahead and replicate that. We'll go ahead and go under, again, massing the site component. Go ahead and look at that beech tree. American beech 20, and it's really simple. You just kind of plop them down. It's all good, and they don't look great in any kind of view that you have until you get to realistic. So when you actually do renderings, that's when this will actually look like a reasonable tree, and essentially these components are made up of images, so it creates this very simple model. So it takes almost no space for your video card under normal circumstances. It's not trying to render leaves or anything, it just has these blobby shapes. So that's why it looks so poor, but when you then go to render, it replaces whatever view. It just has like a bunch of images that have been taken kind of in 360 all the way around the tree. And so whatever kind of point of view your rendering is, it'll just replace that that view with that image. So it actually, even on the rendering side, it saves a lot of time of processing, because it's just kind of placing an image instead of trying to render each leaf. So these are RPC components, and you'll see a bunch of them. The trees are one of the main things, but you can also get people and whatnot. So there's a bunch of components, and you can start to look at those type of components and see what else is out there. So we can kind of load family and scroll down to kind of plantings. You might also look at entourage. These are also RPCs, so chairs, a beetle bug, a person, male, female. Eventually we'll get into using Inkscape, which is another way of kind of getting these entourage figures. So we're going to go into that, but let's talk about placing some of these landscape features, like a lamp post and bike rack. So to get those, they aren't kind of loaded. They're not even something that you can go find inside of here. You can kind of look for different pieces, but I don't think any of them are in here. There's that type of bike stand, and there's other things in here, so you might still want to look at it, but none of the ones that kind of we're using in this model, they aren't loaded. So what do you do then? One of the great sites that you can use is a site called Revit City. What you'll need to do to use this is you got to create a login. It's free. You just need to give them a username. I'll just kind of go out, log in. So you need a username and you need a password, and then once you verify, you're open to it. So you'd go to downloads, and in downloads you just kind of need to know what it is that you're looking for. So let's just see what lamppost. Alright, obviously I don't know how to spell, so see what's there. In my case, because I'm not seeing it, maybe I actually want to go with street lamp. Be a better term. And if that doesn't do it, we'll just do a quick search for the exact, okay, so that looks actually like it did a pretty good job. Like maybe it's this one, which I'm guessing is not, it may not be exactly what I used in this, but it looks pretty darn close. So let's use that one. And what you do is you just hit download. If you failed to log in, once you click on this, it'll ask you to log in. So you need to make sure you're logged in, or you won't be able to download it. And then it's going to ask you to save it somewhere. Again, I would create families. And within the families, I mean, I have a generic piece, but maybe, if I wanted to be a little bit more rigorous, or at least more organized, I might go like landscape furniture. In the end, I might have also interior furniture. I might have light fixtures, all kinds of other things. So this will end up being a place that I might have several folders to kind of help me keep my stuff organized. So I'll just save it there. And then once you get it there, you can see it's downloaded. So I can actually just grab it and drag it to my Revit. And at that point, it should be ready to place. And if I hit the space bar, it'll rotate 90 degrees until I have it oriented the correct way. And honestly, I'm not sure which way I should have it, but that's probably about right. And then I would just do the same thing. Again, go to downloads and look for like the bike rack. And if I'm not just kind of representing the existing, I mean, here I'm trying to represent the existing, so I probably want to grab the one that looks like what I'm doing. But if I'm designing, then I'm actually looking through as if I'm purchasing this piece, and I'm looking for the one that has aesthetic value or functional value that I've decided is important to the project. So this is also part of designing, is kind of making good choices with the products that are already out on the field. And if you do not find what you're looking for, then you design them yourself. So okay, so this is interesting. This piece, you can see it up here, it looks like it has a bunch of up and downs, and then here it just went kind of just went down and back up. So it apparently is probably parametrically driven. So if I go ahead and edit type, I might look at right here that I can actually change this. Nope, that was not the one to change. I'll have to play with it a little bit more. So Duro parkable bikes, it says 4 there. Oh, here we go. So surface mount, 3 in ground. So I might have to play with this a little bit, decide kind of what. Okay, so that's probably more accurate. So if I look back at kind of the original model, it looks like that's kind of what I'm looking for orientation wise. I'm going to select this so you can see exactly the light that we use to make this. So if you want to do search for that one, that would have it spot on. I like the other lamp too, so I'm not going to be offended if that's the one you choose. And then I'll select this so you can see kind of what exactly I grabbed there. You can see a slightly different bike rack, but essentially it's the same thing. So there you go. That's how you start to kind of go and seek out other models that other people have made available, and other products, and also kind of planting the trees and whatnot. All right, that's it, guys.